Donc, yo les gars, le petit on va réagir donc à des trucs. On a pris Coach Cory parce que là, Yann, hein, bon, ils ont pas de ces bonnes qualités, mais bon, là. Bon, je sais que c'est pas lui qui a fait ces. Je sais que c'est pas lui qui a fait ça.
Brawl Stars, let's do it.
Alors, donc là, je vais noter. Enfin, il y a le mec qui suis mort.
By the way, if you haven't subscribed to my new live streaming and gameplay channel, definitely go do so. Links
s'en fiche.
actually be so good. Go do so. Links above and below. Now, what would an update video be without ideas for new game modes? Right here, Brawl
Donc Brawl Game.
Game, basically gun game, but for Brawl Stars. In this user's example, they have 20 tiers, and then once you get to the 20th tier, you get an energy drink, and if you get a kill after that, you win. I think 20 tiers is probably too many because that's 20 kills, and that's not even counting if you die. If you die, of course, you go back a little bit. But gun game for Brawl Stars could be a lot of fun. Just make it maybe 5 kills or maybe 10 or something, 7. I don't know. You could definitely have a random number that could work well. Now, this is one really small idea that would actually be...
Celui-là, je vais dire ouais. Oui.
So good for Brawl Stars. I mentioned this in meme review, but literally pins that will help you communicate with your teammates will be such a small ad that could actually improve the game a lot because, let's be real, playing with randoms, it's not always a great experience. So just little things like this that could help improve it would be huge. By the way, speaking of pins, I'd love to see some community ideas for pins like these come in the game. I think there could be a lot of creativity that we could have with pin ideas.
Mettez-les-nous.
Now here's a quality of life change that would actually be pretty nice, especially for those of us wanting to buy skins. It's always really important, I think, to be able to see all the animations. Some skins have really unique animations that make it a good skin, but like you can't see the losing animation until you buy the skin, or you have to go on YouTube, watch one of my videos probably, or someone else's to see that. But for example, here you can just switch and see what it looks like while running. You can spin it around, or the losing animations, and of course winning too. Now this is an idea that people have asked for a long time, but with Map Maker, I think it's more needed now than ever. We have way more mini games and crazy fun maps, and we're playing in friendly games a lot more because of Map Maker. Well, the ability to customize your friendly games has become more needed to help play along with this sort of thing. Maybe you can change how long the match is going, how many times you can die, how many gems it takes to win, how many goals you can score. There are all these different things where small customizations could go a really long way. In my opinion, it could really help the future of Brawl Stars. Now here's something that people occasionally ask for, and that's story mode for Brawl Stars. First of all, I think this would be really cool. The lore in Brawl Stars, it's there, and it's kind of crazy. Why not expand on it, add it to the game a little bit, and also treat it as another way to teach players how to play the game? Because let's be real, there's a lot of randoms who we feel like don't know how to do that. So I think this could be 2 birds with 1 stone. You could teach them, about the lore in Brawl Stars, get them more invested in the game. You could also teach them how to play the game better or how to use that character better. I think there's a lot of different potential you could have with this, or even how to play different modes better, how to be more objective, how to go in a lane, go backwards when you have 10 gems, that sort of thing. Have you guys made accidental purchases? I do feel like a confirmed purchase.
Ok, donc là, on a confirmé nos pures chasses. Donc là, le mec, il va acheter Byron. Bah oui ou non? Moi, je suis oui. Je suis pas un con, moi. Vas-y, on achète son extrait.
I'm curious how often people do make accidental purchases in Brawl Stars. I do feel like it's not as easy to happen as in other games. It's not horrible, but it definitely can happen. Also, this is something that's more for kind of pro players, maybe super high level, but honestly, I bet some other people would enjoy it too. The ability to block
spectateurs. Mais moi, les spectateurs, ça me stresse, hein, parce que
I mean,
genre, faut que je
it's
sois
not
un
a big priority, but
pro.
it would be nice. Also,
Faut
another
un
thing that's
spectateur,
more
là.
for high trophies, but it's actually kind of a problem. It's really boring on high trophies because it takes forever to find matches. So you're just sitting there staring at the spinny star. What about the ability to go in training cave or something like that? Maybe all your teammates can go together in training cave and
plus rapide.
And you just infinitely respawn. It would make it a lot more
Ok,
fun
donc là, le
to
training.
push high trophies. Right now, it's kind of boring, partially because of how long it takes to just find matches. This is another map maker thing that I think is kind of needed, and that's the ability to share your maps.
Je déteste map.
Et il y a même des donations. Like, you know, being able to copy a map and just add it to your list of maps, that would be really cool. Or just like this, you can put it in chat and you can just immediately play it with your friends.
De Max ou de Brock, mais genre là, il y a aussi ça. Donc, please à approuver ma map. Donc là, ça a été fait par Tenten de Naruto. Pas fou le temps de play, Tenten. C'est genre le temps de jouer avec ce brawler. Je pense que le brawler, il prend la date là des brawlers qu'on les achète. Il y a aussi ça, je suis pas très fan.
For mini games, I seriously think there's a huge potential for this in Brawl Stars, where users can make either mini games or add on their own maps to these types of mini games. That would seriously be so fun in the game. Now, this is something that's actually becoming more and more needed in Brawl Stars, and I do believe it's something that will come at some point. But
là, c'est un concept dont je suis fan, parce que genre on galère un peu à le brawler, hein. Bah, chercher nos brawlers. Hein. Faut pas se le mentir. Hein. Là, donc, exemple, si tu veux chercher, je sais pas moi, surtout les brawlers de trophées, on galère. Hein. Genre, ils sont presque tous la même rareté. Allez, mec. Ah bon. Vous allez voir, là, je suis en train de voir un truc. Donc, ouais, je peux juste changer un truc. Et je peux dire 10 sur 10, hein, je peux pas tout parler. Parce que je suis fatiguée. Voilà.
Brawler selection UI. Look, we're getting more and more brawlers, and it's getting harder and harder to find the specific brawler you're trying to find. Sometimes you're like, wait, where am I playing? And you know, of course, you might switch how you're sorting stuff sometimes, and it can just get kind of confusing. Please, we need a little bit of a better system for sorting brawlers. Now, one thing that the dev team has agreed upon that needs a rework is power play. And honestly, I couldn't agree more. It's really not as competitive as you would hope and want it to be. It kind of feels random and then kind of lackluster. So, here's a rework suggestion.
Ça, c'est trop bien. Le rework du power play. Alors il faudrait faire que 2 games. Mais genre, oh my god, dans les pipelines.
In my opinion, the big to do, because that requires at least possibly 10 minutes of 6 people's time. But one big part about this version of Power Play is after the season is over, depending on your performance, you will be placed in a league. And then every season, you will either go up or down in the league's ranking to face different level opponents. In my opinion, this is especially important because I feel like the matchmaking at the beginning of Power Play is just awful. It's like if you're on a good team, you face jokes of opponents early on. If you're playing with randoms, you're going to get jokes of teammates a lot of times. But if you're able to go up in leagues, that's going to be less likely to happen. You're only going to get people who have spent time over multiple seasons getting to that league wherever you are. And this way you have much better matchmaking. Of course, another big part about this is they do have bans. I definitely think that makes it a lot more...
Ça, regardez. Donc... On peut ban des brawlers. Donc là, le mec, il a ban Edgar. Oui, il a bien fait. Byron, il l'a pas bien fait. Byron, trop bien. Comme brawler. Et donc, il est dans une map qui n'existe pas. En plus, on aura des maps spéciaux qui n'existent pas. Et genre, ensuite, en plus, on peut parler... Mais Valkyrie, mais tellement.
I'm not entirely sure if this is the direction the team wants to go because it does add a lot of time to the matches, putting a ban up before every single match. But the idea is still good. Also, what do you think about this for Power Play? Of course, they added in the new UI section for map selection or event selection, and there's an empty slot for Power Play. Is that because they intend to add some other sort of competitive mode? Or if not, maybe we can put some other info there. For example, if you've used your attacks in power play, or how many power points you have, or whatever else you think would be good for power play info. Also, I kind of can't believe this isn't in the game yet. Why can't we change who the leader is in friendly battles? The only way to do it is currently by leaving, but then it just passes it to the next person. You can't pick and choose. But like, especially now that we have Map Maker, you know, you might want to play a certain map, but you know, obviously only one person will have that map up, and you gotta switch to that person being the leader of the room in order to do so. This is a small change, but it would certainly be nice for any friendly battle stuff. Another small map maker thing could be adding an X for where you land on jump pads. And obviously map maker is still pretty new, so stuff like this is just not in the game yet. But I think this is kind of needed, adding this in. So you know, instead of having to test out every single time you want to see if your jump pads work, you can just have, you know, it should tell you. Some more small quality of life stuff. Let me know if you guys think this idea is really needed or not. I mean, Map Maker, you know, does upvoting and downvoting really work that well? What about adding a meh button? Because sometimes, you know, maybe it was a decent map, but not quite as good. I mean, just more options for voting could give us a more accurate picture. We still might get execution time, but maybe it'll get a lot of mess and it won't happen as much. Now, let me know what you think about this idea for Map Maker. What about having two winners of the day? One of them is more for fun maps and more troll, and the other one is meant to be a serious, more normal, competitive type of map. You know, no crazy jump pads, not a ton of water, not a ton of rope fences, and of course, those would have to be approved by Supercell, but you know, one map a day approval, that shouldn't be too hard. And I think this could satisfy a lot of people. More people would find Map Maker fun, and it would be good for both worlds. Also, I think there's a lot of potential with allowing more winners. You know, there's so many good ideas out there, why not let more of them shine? Now, this is an interesting thought for an idea, and that's a like system. Basically, at the end of the match, you can choose whether to thumbs up your teammates or not. I'm not entirely sure what the reward would be for getting thumbs up or what the exact benefit of doing it, but as long as there's some small benefit for it, I think this could be a good idea for getting random teammates to troll a little bit less. Maybe they'll try a little bit more in order to get that extra stuff.
Jouer à la bonne paye, c'est l'occasion de réunir toute la famille. Bien sûr, il faut payer ses factures.
Un peu du forçage. Ce serait juste du forçage, hein. Genre si tu forces à liker quelqu'un.
Hey, make sure to subscribe to my new live streaming.
Oui. Oh.
Election
voilà.
UI.
Déjà. Donc la sélection des brawlers, elle est validax. Les friendly game settings, ils sont hyper validax. Et le marathon star, il est hyper ou méga giga de la mort qui tue et gaga. Code Blarod à utiliser dans le shop. Hyper x 3 millions. Ah, validé, non mais wesh. Le marathon star. Le marathon star comme ça, s'il vous plaît. Même si on a que 2 games. Oh my god. Oh my god. Le marathon star rework. Oh my gosh. Mention honorable. Ah, certains que c'est même stylé, mais pas trop. D'accord. Donc, celui-là. Non, c'est pas celui-là que je veux dire. Celui-là, il est hyper validé aussi. Hein. J'ai oublié de le montrer. Mais bon, regarde. Donc là, on peut voir notre profil Marathon Star. En fait, il veut l'hashtag en jaune Marathon Star, mais c'est un noob. Oh, il y a aussi celui-là. Bon, bah, ok, bah voilà. Mais non, moi, je saute par la fenêtre. Hein. Mais même s'il a arrêté, en fait. En fait, on est plutôt bien. Mettez le code Blarod dans la boutique. Ça fait hyper plaisir. Le code Blarod. Blarod, 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 Blarod. Le code Blarod. Le code Blarod. Le code Blarod, le code Blarod, le code Blarod, le code Valarod. Le code Blarod dans la boutique. Mais le code Blarod dans la boutique. Sinon là, t'as pas de chocolat. Mets le code Blarod dans la boutique. Hein. Comme je te dis, sinon t'auras pas de chocolat. Tu n'auras pas de chocolat hein, si tu mets le code Blarod. Hein. Ouais, bon, bah, moi j'ai rien à foutre.